Alright, well, supposedly we're going here. I'm Scruffboard. Yes, I'm Scruffboard, and you're on dog Mavis too. I'm Scruff Dog. You're on board Mavis 2, The Revenge. We're here at Rocky Point Park. It's kind of an expensive park if you show up during the day. I usually show up in the evening, and it's 4. So, hopefully this isn't going to be glitchy all day. I'm going to move over here, even though that's over there. Well, I guess this is going to be interesting, because this is really any place I can be and get to Mavis OG. But I guess the signal here, doorbell. Let's see here. Am I still broadcasting at all? Play. Come on. Sorry, I'm looking at the other phone now to see what it's doing. And it's trying. Horribly. Awesome. Alright. Hold on. Yeah, it's struggling. Let's see. Questions, answers, real quick. Weather here's mid-70s, partly cloudy, light wind. The filter I have on Mavis OG is an ND8 polarized filter. It's going to knock the f-stops down, I think 3, but I'm going to bump the exposure up, as you can kind of see in the lower right hand corner. I may bump that up some more, so we should be able to cut through the water a little bit at least. What was some of the other ones here? Oh, yeah, it would be nice if they made drones that float, because, well, I mean, some companies do, but I don't really know why that's not a standard thing, because you figure it's full of lots of air anyway. You could seal up the chambers in the arms, little body pods here and there. I don't know. I'm not an engineer, so I don't know what that's all about. Well, I guess if anybody's still here, feel free to ask any questions I might miss. I do have the, hey, what's up, Mark, and everybody else. Alan, saw Mr. Furbear is here early, quite early for him. I do appreciate you showing up and helping out, as usual. Good man, good man. How far from the crash site? Well, I'm standing 50 feet from where I was before, and it's about 3,800 feet out. I went ahead. I mean, I know we're chewing up this battery, but we'll get a fresh battery when it's closer to time. So I went ahead and I actually printed out a map that I will put on camera just so you can see. And then I did my best. And there's the actual core. I don't even know if you can see that, but that should be pretty close. So we're going to scan the area depending on what boats are around and go from there. Guess let's go flying a little bit, see what's going on, check it out. We'll see how good the visibility is, and then we'll do it behind me, away from the boaters, just so we're not bothering them too much. I already got my FAA clearance, because this is in a this is in Class D airspace. Oh, good lord. Oh, that's good stuff. And I've been reconfirmed through DJI because I'm in Class D airspace. Alright. I'm sorry. One of these days I'll broadcast from somewhere that's really strong besides my house. Actually, the power plant wasn't too bad. But we are close to kinds of airspace to see if visibility. Hey, let me make sure.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2
let's go look at the water. There's a duck near. Oh, there's ducks. That's cool. Alright. Well, that's about 20 feet up. She's all over the place. Oh, and somebody was talking about LiDAR and water and all this other. Yeah, I don't know. They have on the bottom. They have the visual sensors, which I think is what confuses it. Like if you pay attention now, she's actually lowering herself. Oh, now she stopped. They really have an issue with the water. She has radar and visual sensors underneath, and I think it's really just the waves confuse the drone. But she's varying, like, I mean, does it show on the, okay, yeah, it is actually showing on the thing that it is varying. Let's move along, see what we can see. This is, let me get up about 10 feet over the water. That's it, and looking good, guys and gals and everyone. Maybe it'll be clearer out there. It might be a little too murky. But, I mean, we'll try. If we can't see anything, we can't see anything, and yeah, we'll try again another day. But maybe once we get out there, we'll have a little more luck. Because if it's only about 5 feet deep, and I think right here is about 4 feet. I think it's about 3 feet. So there's a possibility we'll be able to see something. And hopefully the internet connection will hold out. If anyone would feel to let me know if it's potato vision now or if it's actually holding, that'd be cool, just so I know what I'm working with here. Well, let's gimbal up. Pop it up. What time is it? 20 minutes till the lowest tide. Alright, that's going back into the cove. Alright, let's get up above everybody. Go get him, girl. As I'm coming in and out, I'm just going to try to stay well above everybody. Just, there's a lot of fishermen out in the morning here. I don't want to annoy anyone too much. Well, let's get out there. See what's around as far as boats go. I can see a bunch of little guys moving around. This map does not always keep up. Well, a lot of people have noticed that. Getting 720 when it doesn't glitch. Okay, cool, thank you. This is going to be around some boaters. Let me get this all big. Big. Oh, well, we're almost there. There's a jet skier. Zoom in here just for, I mean, that point ain't exact. For some reason, unless I buy like a third-party program, you can't actually punch in coordinates. So I'm not sure what to do with that, but I also know you can do waypoints with this, like a program waypoint. And obviously when it saves the file, I mean, I can't imagine it isn't saving it in coordinates. Right. So when you do a pre-programmed like thing, that's all knitting, I think. Why does it say I'm like far away from it now? Hold on. Like, logic would say that alright, that should be close. Logic would say that it's saving it by GPS. So I'm going to see if those files are encrypted or if they're in some sort of plain language that I can actually punch in and maybe text write my own waypoint, or maybe someone knows how to. So right now I'm just looking for boats. Maybe there's a program that you can like plug in your own custom way. Trying here, sorry everybody. But so maybe I'll be able to do GPS like that. But I guess let's go see what we can see. See how clear this water is. I gotta gimbal up just so I can see where the water is. Actually, no, I'm gonna leave it normal in case I need to pop up. Alright, now that I'm here, let me look around again while preparing to shoot it straight up. Alright, there's that guy there. I knew he was there. Alright. Let's gimbal down. I'm going to bump the exposure up just to... Yeah, it might be too much. Let's try that. Let's see if we can see anything. Ooh. Yeah. First, I should... And yeah, it's just... What time is it? I mean, right now, it's 15 minutes till super low tide. I guess it ain't gonna be that easy, folks. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna check every once in a while. Especially if I can find a day where the currents are really... and is really light. And are we sinking? No, okay. It's always nice when you're not sinking. Also, I noticed that this one came out of the box with the gimbal horizon lined up pretty good. Well, shit. Let me drop down a little bit again. I mean, is there seeing anything out here? Let me move along. That is just suck. Pure suck. Alright. Well, doesn't mean the day's over. So I guess if you want to hang out, we'll go. Yeah, if you want to stick around for some janky ass broadcasting, feel free. If we ain't seeing shit. So one, I'm going to get out of the way. And gals. But this over here, guess while we're here, we'll just turn this into, hey, look at this stuff. So I guess we'll cruise around on a jank broadcast for a little while. this is Hart Miller Island. This island was, God, if I'm remembering it right, it was kind of like a peninsula that attached to Pleasure Island and maybe even over where I am before some like radical ass hurricane in like 1950. That's the pier. That looks a lot like the pier at the other place, doesn't it? At North Point. The one that's like all busted up. So knocked out my signal. That was perfect. I was like, knocked out my signal, and then it buffered. Anyway, so like it got some like amusement parks, actually parts of the peninsula themselves, and then they had to start dredging the inner harbor to get big boats in there, and they've been like slowly filling the island with dredge stuff, and now it is a park, like a state park. You can actually camp on it. They have campgrounds that haven't yet, but they do plan on opening it for trails and hikes. Because, like, I mean, it is all the dredge and crap off the. Oops, sorry, we're back. But if you can get here, oh, and I have this range extender one. It's not fully on. I never did. I forgot to forgot to reprint the thing here to make room for the antenna holes for the dingles, but the hole for the dingle, it's the entire support, so I'm gonna have to reprint it tonight or work on it tonight and redo this whole thing to maybe even kind of double this out so that you're not like, you can kind of work, because there might be something cool behind me. I don't know, monster coming to get me, dragons, you never know when a bad dragon might fly around you. So, but currents run through that area. Supposedly it's not a heavy current. So you got the bay going. Guess I should fly around. Tide, Back River Neck and Gunpowder towards the east. So, how much battery? Okay. There's supposedly not much in that little cut through because Hart Miller and Pleasure Island kind of act as a current blocker, so that this area in between the two islands doesn't supposedly have a whole lot of current. But maybe that's changing. And then, well, I mean, in general, the bay itself is just kind of murky. But, trying. Another thing, I did actually, just for kicks. Oh, there's ducklings and stuff over there. Oh, they're like that tall. So I'm careful with the drone. I don't want to scare them too much. I'll catch it over here. But I looked at the two drones, I guess we'll call them. They're not quite up to. Is that another? It's dust on the screen. They're not quite up to spec that what we find Miss Mavis OG. The one that actually goes underwater is tethered with 230 feet of cord. The one that can go up to a half a mile away is just a boat that sits on the water, this camera underneath, which, I mean, that would help. Even then, I wouldn't be able to get far enough out to Mavis. So, I mean, not that I'm running out on a sub anytime soon. I got else to take care of. But it would seem that the underwater quite up to spec to what we would need unless I got like a boat to go out there anyway. Well, that's alright. Do the check every once in a while. And maybe we'll get lucky. And hey, while we're here, since hear them things spin up. Maybe we'll go ahead and test. I bet it's silt in the lake bed. Yeah. You can see visibility does kind of run out a little quick here, doesn't it? And just in that area. Whee! Where are you going? There you go. That's always cool. I like watching the water. Watch this. Here. I want to see a big poof of water. See if I can do this without drowning my drone.
Battery level is low. The aircraft will go to the home point in 10 seconds.
Well, that might work better with sport. That's also riskier.
Go home.
Oh, calm down, girl. I'm right here. Alright. Let me slap a fresh battery in. You still with me? Yeah, it should be. Let's do a janky range test with the weird hood. And then we can do a more proper range test. Yeah. Try a second range test once I reprint the hood. Probably from here, even with their janky ass prices. We'll just come during the day after work. Oh, there's the bees. I'll turn the drone around here. There's Mama Duck and lots of duckies. Oh, they're hopping in the water. Alright, well, if we're going to do a proper range test. Alright. At least 2 miles in and not hit restricted air in the direction of a couple military bases. Let's see, can I see? I can see that, I can see that, so right in that direction. Good, like it ain't dead popular fishing spot. Like, I got little duckies. When I came down here this morning, I could, which I actually clean to put Mavis OG or Mavis Part 2 on, or when we start. It's a buffer for everybody. Yes. How about this? My next broadcast, next live stream I do, we'll go to Gunpowder State Park Road because the sun. I don't know. Like, it's so close you can't see it. It's right there. It's within a quarter mile of where I'll be standing. So, Go look around a little bit. Let me go ahead and record. You know what? I'm not going to record this. That'll just take up battery. I'll move around a little bit just so that you know we're still alive here. 6,000 feet. That's over well over a mile. Let's see. Point the antennas right in the perfect direction. Yeah, I don't get it. Like 720 nothing, 720 nothing. Like, come on, 4G. What are you doing to me? But next time I'll go to Gunpowder State Park on Bel Air Road, because the cell tower is right there. That's where, if you watched, I did a, what was it called? Just chilling and relaxing video where I was just cruising over a river for most of it, and then like diving around in trees and shit. That is where that tower is. So I'll go there, we'll look at the tower, and fly around, see, just do a relaxing stream. I've been wanting to go back there anyway. It seems like some people actually were digging on that chill ass stream, so I may just go do a live chill ass stream. I mean, as best as I can with, you know, out the editing and limited range. And then you figure out all my clips are within a mile of each other, yet it looks so grand. Oh no. Let's see. We are approaching 2 miles and 4 bars. Not bad. Without the range extender, I would be approaching my limit. With this remote, I can get probably about 2.5, maybe 3 miles. I might be able to squeeze 3 miles out of it, like if I was higher up, without the booster. But the booster, and just in case you haven't seen one, I'll show you when she gets back. Where are we at? 76% battery, and we are 2 miles, about 2 miles away. That's cool. Last time I tried this, I was on my own, just messing around. I got a screenshot, but I had 4 bars at 16,000 feet. But the battery had run out by then. What's nice now is there's no wind, or very little wind, so I don't have to worry. Well, where are we at? There's a little wind where she is. If you look at the little gauge on the side, you can see she's listing to the side a little bit. Oh, hold on, let me stop for a second. Let me see if she can lock in a better signal. And this might just be because the the booster isn't fully clipped onto the antenna. But remember, if you're new to the stream, if I lose signal, the first thing the drone does is it goes backwards. I believe it's, gotta look that back up. It's either 10 seconds or 10 feet or 10 meters or something like that. Like, it goes backwards to try and re-catch signal. And if that still doesn't work, then it will come right back to where it launched using GPS. So,
Aircraft entered altitude zone.
ooh, I'm gonna have to lower it down. I must be I must be getting close to restricted airspace. I gotta drop it under 200 feet, which is gonna, oh, look at that, the signal got a little better. Guess it finally found a good channel. Let me get under 200 feet, which may.
Aircraft entered altitude zone.
Yeah, I know, Jesus. That may hamper our signal, but we're still 200 feet in the air. That's all right. I think we're getting close to Blimp Land. From, where is that? Nah, because there's Brandon Shores. Nah, we're far away from Blimp Land. Something, I don't know. I'm still getting used to the location of this park. Let's pop the map up. Let me zoom way out. Okay, Blimp Land blimp land, the old satellite blimps. Those are, if you kind of look northeast of me, that little dingus that almost looks like it's about to break off, that's around the military area. Or wait, no, that's Carroll Island. Well, yeah, I mean, either way, it's military. The blimp land is... Oh, there's the other dingus. The dingus just north of the little dingus, there's a bigger dingus. That dingus is where one of the blimps was, and the other blimp was to the east in the bigger island. Before the one lost its tether. Oh, wow, we are over 3 miles out. Let's see. Yeah, it is rated, CK. It is rated on the website, perfect conditions, for 10 kilometers. But generally speaking, you'll never reach that because of your battery. I am going to actually, well, once we get out there, I'll start recording. Actually, no, because I'm not going to record the screen, so I'll just, this will be saved upon the YouTubes. We are reaching return to home. We have reached return to home.
Is low. The aircraft will go to the home point in 10 seconds.
I'm going to hit 18.5. I'll go a little bit more. I'm going pretty quick. Pretty confident. The wind is, the slight breeze there is coming towards me. So I'll hit 19,000. Dink. Yay. Okay. I'm going to initiate return to home. It's going to beep. And then I'm going to cancel it.
Maximum flight altitude reached.
I like doing that. That just makes it really easy. It turns around and now it's pointed exactly in my direction. Come on. There we go. Alright, so now we will head home after reaching 19,000 feet. I would have gone a little bit further if I had more peninsula in front of me. That's why I wanted to do the range test over at North Point, because I can stand on land and have almost, I think it's almost a quarter mile of pier in front of me, that if anything goes wrong, I could walk up the pier and have that quarter mile of grace. But right here I got 50 feet. So, and I like bringing the battery home. Yeah, I don't want to get it too far under 10% because lipos they don't really like that. So at least we got to do a proper range test, even though this thing doesn't even fit right. But I think at that point, it doesn't need to fit right. But I am still going to modify this, like I said, just to make it fit a little better. So I guess if you're we're interested in the range, you go as far as your battery lets you, pretty much. Which is actually a lot of drones, most of your drones, I'd say after 2018, 2019, any drone that's a GPS style drone, like DJI, Autel, I don't know, Skydio doesn't have much range. Skydio works off of phone Wi-Fi, so that's not a whole lot of range, but those are more for follow shots and cool trick shots and shit like that, not necessarily cinematic stuff. One of these days I'll maybe not the next stream, make sure we're still moving. How are we looking at battery? Can't even see it. It's at 60 something, 53. Yeah, we're good. So in 2 weeks, I'll do the gunpowder stream, and we'll just relax and chill and actually have some goddamn signal for once. And then after that, I'll go to somewhere that has decent signal. Not necessarily a grand park or point at the drone or anything, but we'll go somewhere and I'll explore some of the more of the camera features. Because I haven't really dabbled in the cool shit these cameras can do. Built-in features, like, I think one stream I kind of got into it. Another stream I like showed a couple of the built-in shots. Good morning. I could reach the next town over with this range if it wasn't for the laws forbidding drone fun here. That sucks. And I kind of wonder if those laws are technically even legal, since the FAA has final word over all drone activities, with limited, without causation. Like, a local community can't ban drones technically. Like, that is actually violating federal law. The only way you can legally ban drones is if you're following protocol, like saying, you know, you can't fly over critical infrastructure, special events like the stadiums. You know, you can't fly within a mile of a stadium within an hour beginning or ending of an event, shit like that. But like, a community can't say you can't fly here, a town can't say it unless like they have a critical infrastructure reason. But you know as well as I do, the education isn't out there yet. And because of the media being douchey about it, and they themselves not even understanding, oh look, I'm in the green again on the battery. We probably could have gone out to 20,000 feet easily. That's fine. We'll try it next time. And this actually isn't a bad spot. It just fucking signal sucks. I gotta find a good signal spot that I can hit the water for the next range test. I'll look around on open signal maps, see what they recommend. God, I'm fucking all over the place, ain't I? Now I forget what the hell I was talking about, but we'll see about getting some camera shots and shit and all that good stuff. It's starting to get a little humid out. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just chilling. Ducks over there. I don't see the duckies, the ducklings. I'm guessing they're sticking close to shore somewhere. The sun is actually murdering, or just absolutely murdering my eyes. I need to find something like clear glare polarized. Well, if I get polarized lenses, I'm going to have to find the ones that are polarized the right way so that, you know, depending on which way the phone faces. That's always fun. Put on polarized sunglasses and you can't see your phone. Like, what the fuck? There are so many aspects to each area and flight perimeters. It will take a few trips. I feel like I just bumped the controls. Just want to enjoy the flight. There's nothing really to look at. It's like, hey, why don't you just enjoy the fly back? But there's really not much to look at. I like to pan the camera down. We can at least get a better view of the water. Horizon. Hey, I thought the horizon was off, but that's the land that's bowing. I can see the actual horizon. Yeah, let me turn the exposure down since we're not like searching anymore. I don't want to. And I guess I'll go ahead and record. Just fucking record because we got plenty of battery to do it. There's a bunch of boats over here. Let's see. Can't even see me on the map anymore. Zoop. Not bad. That was a pretty good flight. I got a little farther than I thought the battery would let me, but also the last time I did the range test, I was flying into 10-mile-an-hour winds, and I got up to 1,600 feet. And that was actually after pushing the battery to 45% because I knew I'd be riding the wind home, but with no breeze, like just the slightest little coming to me. This is awesome. Nice, that's me over there. I wish, can you, I feel like you can zoom function. Maybe like, oh, I'm recording, so it's not going to let me change the zoom while I'm recording. I think there's something you can do with the zoom button and the rolly wheel here. That's on the back of the controller. Anyway, hold the function key. There's a function somewhere, damn it. Let's try picking. Was it this? Function. I'm gonna touch the screen. I'm gonna have to look into that. Also know that there's a way to touch the screen and drag it and actually make the camera learn that. I'll go ahead for one more back and we'll fly around a little bit. Maybe a heart miller. And then go do abso-goddamn-lutely nothing today. But yeah, just because I haven't had a smoke, and now that I can. Whee. Are you ready to test obstacle avoidance and maybe not crash into that tree behind me? Hey, it works. Oh, hold on, back up. Yeah. Oh. Alright, sorry, I know that was probably loud. That is a great breeze. Battery. Ooh, easy girl. Easy. And probably. Or by tree. We'll go check out Hart Miller or Dredge. Oh, God, thought I just saw an iguana. It was a squirrel. Because, you know, those look the same. If you've ever been to Florida, specifically South Florida, Keys, Miami, stuff like that, like you can literally walk outside in some parts and there are just like 6-foot iguanas just relaxing in the trees like, hey, how you doing? The hotel room I stayed at when I was working down there, they were upside down. Is that okay? Hotel room I stayed at, they sorry, I'm getting some coffee. Geckos would actually be running around on the walls and shit. Are kind of interfering with each other. Just so you wish here, can you see that? Like this, you can do that. I just hold it right here. Prop my remote on my arm by my watch, and then I take the oh yeah, it's right there. The sticks come down and in, like diagonally, and that is the signal to spin the props to like start your engines. That way I don't have to go away. Close that. Sorry. Obstacle avoidance bypass. Okay. But that way I don't have to deal with what I used to do. Now I just whiz the propellers right in my face and then just hit up. Don't worry, waiting for you. Alright, let's go. Yeah, Gary. At like 3 or 6 watts of Wi-Fi. God damn, the dead free. It's a cool water shot. Hold on. Sorry. Flick that. just for kicks, I'll take a couple pictures in the area. Anything not, but just to see if anything terrain-wise or anything that might lead to a clue. Let's see. Where'd the thing go? I remember it was about, thought it was about 3,800 feet. I'll have to look at the log again. Let's just, if I'm remembering right, it was 3,800 feet. Let's go out a little further and look down. Because I know the further you go in that direction, the shallower it gets. It's like, I'm not going to be so lucky as just to land right on that. Curious. A good signal. When I get lower, I'm going to... Sorry. Went ahead and gimbaled up. Watch your eyes. I'm going to go a little quick. That was kind of close. Let me see how it comes. Oh, okay. No, that's 46 at least. Straight down. Boats around. Let me drop down. Taking my time here. Actually, just for kicks. Just for kicks. Let's take a picture of that. Let me gimbal up so I can see how close to the water I actually am. Alright, altimeter seems like it's probably accurate. I will drop down to about 20-ish. I don't know. Low tide. She went down at the highest of high tide. Okay. Couldn't really see much. Yeah, I can record a bit. Got some pictures. I can drag. Where are we at here? Normal. Yeah, normal. Yeah, crank the exposure a bit again. And I'm going to drop in so that I can kind of an eye out. Oh, hold on. To 800 feet mark. I mean, either way, we're still, fuck it. Go ahead and drop down. Trying to pause when I go. What? Be out there? Hold on, let me switch. We know we're in the right spot. Was that because I surprised the camera? Okay, that's right, just because I surprised. Ooh, okay, hold on. This is look. That's all I need. It's still tracking the boat. Oh, now I just finally lost it. Alright. Look around. If you would have had a rod and I would have been at 20 feet. Mavis 3. Let me turn over. Mavis 3. Now we're pissed. I ain't do that. Alright. Think about it. That's kind of the main lane, looks like, in this. And helping with the situation. But I am recording. Alright. Here we are recording. looks like there's nobody around. Shit, I think I got somebody coming from. Where are you at in relation? A lot of jet ski. It might be a little gusty. That's why they can't sometimes. The breeze is starting to a little bit. I can see that there. Turns, and then we will drop back down. Alright. Now it charges? That's weird. The phone's not overheating. Oh, yeah, it is getting kind of warm. Maybe it doesn't start doing that janky shit it was doing the other day. Alright, I don't see anybody heading in that direction. It's like plain dot. Well, I guess let's burn the battery off. Like, this isn't an FP code, is it? Shouldn't. Hold on. Where's my foot? Sideways. Stayed home. Control. Boop. Here, like if you're top, like it hits a wall. Like if you're afraid of it flying away, you got your return to home altitude. If it goes, if you're point, like there's all kinds of nice safeties. So FPV mode's not quite as image stabilized, and it's a lot more fun to do in sport. Now you're a bit closer. You're like actually turns with. Oh, right, we're back. Let's see. I got a lot of dumb catchphrases I gotta stop saying all the time. So you can actually camp here somewhere. Range extender on. Somewhere I found actual signage. That dude is hauling ass. Hold on. Where's he at? Oh, he's over here. Whoop. Oh, there you go. Somewhere on the island you can find like camping signage and stuff. But I'm not sure where that is when we're almost out of battery. And the buffering's just kind of bugging me. I'll leave it to you guys. Alright, I'm going to leave it to you, because you're the ones that have to deal with buffering. Do you want me to do one more battery pack for like another 20 minutes, or do we want to call it? We'll just have a stream in 2 weeks, and I'll probably stream next week sometime. Just something dinky, maybe from the house. I guess I'll leave it up to you guys, assuming now. Go ahead and follow. See you all later on the Isle of Man. Whoa, what? Can you see that over my head? Is that thing gonna fly by in the camera? See, that's why I gotta get a fin, like here. Because there's a big ass heron, blue heron. Well, there's a big ass blue heron over there. Yeah, just another reason to get rid of this flap. I'll stick around. You are there, so we are so Leah, let's fly. Alright, we'll do one more pack. I don't mind flying. I don't know if a pain in the ass it is to deal with all the buffering. But if you guys fly around a little bit more, we'll just take a whole pack over to Hart. You can find some of them camping signs if there's nobody around. And in case you're wondering, when it lands and the camera flips up straight, straight horizontal, that is built in. Like, you can't overcome that. It does that. The camera as much of a clearance to the ground as possible. I guess while I'm here, I'll get some coffee and lose the signal. All right. That. What do we got? Battery number 2. Lithium-Ion Polymer Rechargeable Battery. These things are $115 for a 3,500 milliamp hour 11 volt battery. But one of the nice things about them is what you don't get out of a lot of LiPos is if this thing is charged up and you ain't using it, yeah, they'll charge, so you don't burn your batteries up. That, and you gotta figure, there we go, it is considered technically an aircraft, same as a, and if you deal with aircrafts, you know that anything is ridiculously R&D tested, sealed, blah blah blah. Anyway, so that's the other reason it's expensive, but does its job. Battery fall out yet, just arm fall off.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
All right. The breeze is definitely picking up, so. Oops, sorry. How bad is it? Like, yeah, actually, Franco Walker, the one time I was flying, I was talking about it the other day. I had a day where I was a few hundred feet from the drone, could not keep signal at all, and then it come to find out that day was all about solar flares. Sorry, I'm looking around. Like, can I see a cell phone? Like, there's a ritzy community over there. I can't imagine there isn't, like, they don't have a cell phone tower over there. I'm just gonna kind of walk over in that direction because maybe the extra 70 feet will help. Oh yeah, I still gotta point at the drone as I'm walking. I mean, there's nobody down here. Just one dude fishing. So it's not like I need to worry about my stuff. I was just trying to stay in the shade. I guess we'll see if it's any better over here. This is the one lovely thing about cellular technology. Sometimes 5 feet is like freaking amazing. Well, let's take a quick peek. 2 bars, and that's what I had before. Let's see what we got. Oh, let me turn the exposure down. We're not searching. Let me go back to 0. How's that look? Does that look pretty good? Or is that too dark now? I record. Let me go ahead and record. Because I also don't know how much buffering this. Yeah, actually, let me. Man, I feel like I need to turn the exposure up. Alright, I'll leave it there. Let me get over land just in case all goes wrong. At least this thing will fall into a tree. And I am going to. Yeah, actually, it's probably, if I do this, ta-da, there we go. They even think, hey asshole, you're flying into the sun, your exposure rate is fucking... So, most of what you're seeing here is grown on top of dredge and mud. I can't remember where I saw those campsites. I feel like it was over there. I also see a lot of people over there. There's a couple party boats zinging by. I would like to kayak out to this island one day. The only, the only problem I might have, that's Pleasure Island over there. Like that right there. That right there. This right under us, and me right there, all used to be connected. Just to give you an idea of whatever the hell that fucking hurricane did. I think it was 54, 55 that it came through here, and let everybody know it didn't want an amusement park around here anymore. Maybe they was pissed because they charged it admission. Now I'm doing one of them things I'm learning about the cool way to turn, as opposed to just, oh, let me stop. So if I fly straight forward and just hit the turn button, to me it almost feels like you're not quite all the way into the turn like a car. Like you're just looking shallow into the turn, I guess. You're not really looking, I'm gonna say the same shit 5 fucking times. But if I push left, push forward, and then turn, it just feels like you're more looking into the turn, I guess. I'm sure it's just me and my weird bullshit, but I don't know. Been practicing different techniques on getting film and just how to photograph stuff. So now we're on the far side of the island. I've actually not been to this island since I got the range extender. So we will see. Like, I've never been to this part of the island over here. I usually follow that dirt path up. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see. You know, right there. Can't you see that? What the hell? Solar storm predicted for today. Alright. Let's try to keep Mavis in the air. But no, I've never actually been to this part of the island. This is one they're still doing stuff with. So, let's see what's going on. We will go here together. And it's almost like, there's that green coming through. That's cool. That's cool. I think the exposure, you know what? I bet it's because the exposure is looking at the top. I want the exposure to look right. Come on. Oh, it's because I'm recording. I can't change the exposure point. Alright, that's fine. I think it's looking at the top of the screen to judge its exposure, and it should be in the middle. What is that? I guess that's just dirt. Oh yeah, I do want to, I'm absolutely going back to Carroll Island and the power plant, sometime soon. I'm probably going to wait until, this is really cool looking. It's just like shit, I don't know what that shit is, but I really like it over here. There's like cool stuff growing everywhere. I can't see if there's any oily sheen to all of it from, who knows. It seems like everything over here has been military tested to death, literally. Swampy. I'm getting a great signal now. Can't believe this $13 piece of plastic and, I guess that's steel. What do they use for those, the little bead things that you use for RF amplification? Is that just steel? Or is it aluminum? Or is it an alloy? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Like the bead stacks, if you've seen, it looks like a very sharp and ouchy, yeah, kind of plug. Anybody know anything about that? Nice reflection of the cloud, yeah. I always like seeing cloud stuff in water. Well, this is alright up here. I know they're still dredging the harbor. They have 2 more, I guess, lanes to dredge out. I think they need to dredge another 20 foot of shit out of it so they can get those like super cargo carrier things in. They have one that they got done late last year. I thought they were getting ready to start, or they may have already started on the second one. One of the companies that is one of my customers unloads all that stuff, and they've been that's weird. They've been gathering equipment for it. That's a nice little line. I don't know what that was. What we got? We are 2 miles away. See, if this is all like actually clean up here, like, that is awesome. I would absolutely camp and hike through all this mush. Put some boots on, get her done, camp out, yeah, find a couple trees on the other end of the island. What are we looking at here? I don't see any aircraft. I hear one way over there. But I'd absolutely throw a hammock up. Hey, is this buffered since I walked over here? I don't know that it has. Well, thanks, James. Poroy, I guess? Poroy? I'll try. And if you're here in 2 weeks, it's going to be flying around the actual one of the state parks, Gunpowder State Park. It'll be a lot of stream and river cruising, like low altitude, just a real relaxed thing. I may even attempt to pipe in some like music from behind me. Like, I may not be talking too much on the stream in 2 weeks, just enough to say hey, you know, answer a couple questions, but I probably won't ramble on too much. I guess that's just for drainage. I wonder if that's been constructed like as a seal. Like sometimes they put trenches in and they got like that special concrete or whatever under it to help keep stuff from getting out to the bay. Let's see. Okay, this might be where the campsites are. First, let's check this little nipple here. It's been fine for a while. Good. Okay, so I found the sweet spot. I gotta be closer to Fancy Town. That's cool. Alright, we're right there. I can see right where I am. Alright. So maybe this isn't such a bad spot to stream from. I just need to be 70 feet from where I was. Alright. Is anybody around? I don't want fishing rods or bullets. Well, there's nothing here anyway. Okay. Let's do this. Whenever you're side flying, you always need to be very aware of your surroundings, particularly those beside you. Right now, there is definitely nothing 218 feet in the air where I am, so you can do this safely. If you'd like to see how to not fly safely, actually I didn't even think about that, yeah. There's a guy called Ken Heron, spelled just like the bird, Heron. This isn't like a sponsor or special whatever, it's just he's a cool guy. That's where I won my ND filters for Mavis from his show, and he just released Drone Crash Volume 3, and Mavis OG made the cut. He said the arm folded in when he watched it, even though I said the arm broke off, but that's whatever. But he's funny. He's like an older, not older, I don't know, he's probably mid-40s, something like that. He's a radio announcer, and let me try diagonal flying, so that way I can see what's in front of me. Hey. So there's a couple boats. Oh, there's the actual thing. But he's cool. He's a nice guy. Lots of dad jokes, shit like that. Good drone pilot. He's been flying for years and years. He's also a good guy to get information from. He has live stream, like talk show. And he's also been dabbling in trying to get FPV live streams. He started dabbling with that, I think, a month or two ago. So definitely feel free to check him out and go see what the whole collection of drone accidents looks like. Now, when I was here before, where are we at battery? We're doing all right. Where is that one spot where? Oh yeah, stream of consciousness thinking, people. I just ramble on and lose my topics. So earlier I said something about the only hang-up I might have camping here is the camping sign that I found when I was here the last time is dang. Well, it's still better than it was. But the camping sign I found last time I was here, what's that? Was absolutely riddled with bullet holes. Is that something that's moving? Let me get over to it. Let me put my crosshair on it. Brakes. Okay, that's just a thing. It was on like a peninsula. I feel like it was right along this stretch. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. There it is. That peninsula here. This is another stretch that you can camp on. But the thing is full of bullet holes. So I'm kind of like, if I camp on this island, I'm not camping on the. I don't want to camp on the side that faces everybody with guns on the land and apparently on the boats. Because that's some sketchy shit. I think it's this point right here. Drone doesn't stop on a dime. That thing doesn't stop on a quarter or a dollar. Yeah, and a lot of those accidents can be avoided. Just like target fixation, just being more aware of your surroundings. There's people there. All right. Let's see. There's a campsite. Let's go over to that one then. I can actually see that campsite from where I'm at. But yeah, there are a lot. You just really gotta. A lot of accidents are avoidable, and I'm guessing a lot of the ones on there are from newer flyers that just didn't. They just don't necessarily understand, and that's fine. There's a boat coming. There's another boat. Wow, everybody's like coming over here. Hold on, let me spin fast. Yeah, guys, let me know. Is that actually like pretty disorientating, or is that okay? Because I try to avoid it spinning fast, but if like everybody's okay with it, are you moving? You guys on collision course? Let me know how disorientating that is. I mean, sometimes it's unavoidable, but saw them beeps. See that orange on top? That means it knows that there's something above me. Let's make sure nobody's walking down the beach. Where are those guys? They're all just coming in. 14 feet elevation. We're good. Let me switch this. Let me stop recording. Switch resolution. Okay. Not that that's going to change what you see, but brick channel does let me do this. It's a little exposed. Ooh, easy killer. Dang. Wow. Let me back that out. Let's drop down, creep up. Let's see what's around me. Yeah, I'm obviously, I don't think I'm actually at 11 feet. I think I'm closer to probably 8 or 9. Where's that tree at? Is there a tree right here? Oh, he's over there. Just try to avoid the reeds. Yeah, I don't know. Avoid the reeds. Okay. This one doesn't have any bullet holes on it. This one might be alright to stay at then. Alright. What's that one say? Transit free. Oh, trash free park. Okay. Sorry for all the beeps.
Battery level is low.
No. Do not return to home. Because if you go up, you are rising right into a tree. Yeah. Zoom out. Alright. Well, at least we found a sign. Let's go ahead. Come out, come up, come out, come up, and come up. Alright. Whee! Now I'm on cinematic. It's like, I'm going kind of slow, huh? There we go. There's a little bit of Heart Miller Island. That might be a nice place to, now that I have range to cover all of it, which is freaking awesome. I may do one of those like relaxing ass videos on it, just kind of cruising the streets and through the marsh up there. It's like a little exploratory video. Spins are fine. Spins, don't mind spinning. Some impressive close-ups from, yeah. Whee! Alright, gotta get home. Battery's low. Can't screw around. Come on. One of these days, don't hold your breath and don't ask, because who knows when, but one of these days I do plan on building a extended flight time drone, and it'll be like my own creation. I actually have a gentleman I work with who has been into drones for quite a while, it turns out, and he builds his own drones as well as has DJI, two or three DJI drones, I think. And he builds his own, like, big drones. I think he's got smaller FPV drones, too. Now that we're back on a regular flight schedule, I'm actually going to invite him out for a couple flights. And, yeah, just have more people. I'm not sure if Sean's in town. I know Sean wanted to fly again. Met some people on YouTube that wanted to maybe get together and fly. So, like, I'm finding people in the area, so that's cool. The most important thing I want to do is I want to get someone to fly with me at the power plant so that they can fly above me while I'm above that big ass stack, for those of you that saw the video. So that way I can get a better perspective of where I am so that I can get as close as possible. And, oh wait, I'm over here now. So that way I can get as close as possible, but still see where I actually am. So I'm coming up with some ideas. Dude, I'm right here.
Go to the home point in 10 seconds.
Hi. Whee! That was janky. All these cuts. But I seem to remember 15 degrees. Now it's 24. I'm going to have to look into that. I mean, that's cool if it's a little extra. But you can use your light rig. Yeah, I actually want to develop that a little bit more into the pipe. But we'll see. My next, because the first test of the search and rescue rig just hanging it on Mavis and just having it idle sunlight. Just everything I monitoring the temperature. We're going to see what happens. The first test is going to be going to broadcast that, but come up long and good decent flight. But I could figure out apart, which means I can get all the Pleasure Island. There's nothing there. We just didn't go. Maybe we'll go there next. Different thing is and have a groovy weekend because it's just starting. I hope it's nice as shit where you are too, or at least gets there. You tonight. Yeah. Hi everybody. I do it.